question and answers of the second lesson, that is Jamuni Tree, and also complete the grammar part of this lesson. Now I am going to play the video clipping of this lesson so it will be easier for you to understand.
English 2. The Jamun 1. 2. The Jamun Tree 2. The Jamun Tree. Do you know the importance of trees? They give us useful things. Let's read about the story of the Jamun tree and how some people saved it. There was a village near the Panchvati forest.
So in the last class, I have been
Two
explaining
children,
you
Rajat
about
and Aruni,
all
lived
these
in that
lessons.
village. On hot summer days, they would rest and play under a big Jamun tree in the forest.
So this was the lesson where I was explaining you in the last class. I hope you have all understood the lesson.
The Jamun tree was big and had a big trunk. They named the tree Jamuni. Stop that! They ran all the way. They hurried to the school. The teacher told them what the three men were doing. The villagers were angry. How cruel, they said. They followed the children to the forest. The men were about to cut down Jamuni. Stop! Don't touch that tree, the villagers shouted. The men got scared on seeing so many people. They threw their axes and ran as fast as they could. Thus, Rajat and Aruni saved Jamuni and the other trees. From that day, all the villagers took turns to guard their trees. If we love something, we must care for it.
So children, this is all about the last class, how the Rajat and Aruni have saved the trees.
Reading
Okay,
1.
so coming to this part. Write true or false against
Write
each
true or
sentence. So which is true and which is not false, you have to write it. Rajat and Aruni lived in a village, isn't it? So these children were living in a village near the forest. And what is the name of the forest? Panchavati. So it is true.
I have one.
The Jamuni tree was the home of many birds, isn't it? Many birds were using nest on the trees. The villagers loved the trees and tried to save them. Yes. The men cut down Jamuni. No, they did not cut. They were about to cut. The men caught the villagers.
Oh,
yes,
no.
they caught the villagers.
I have one.
They were about to catch them, but they ran off. If we love something, we must care for it. Yes. If we love the trees, we have to save them and we have to take care of them.
Answer the following questions. Why did Rajat and Aruni like the Jamun tree? Rajat and Aruni love to sit in the shade of the Jamun tree. Sometimes they play around the tree. They love to watch the squirrels running after one another. They also liked watching birds bringing things to build their nests. What was the name of the Jamun tree? The name of the Jamun tree was Jamuni.
V is not there.
What were the men doing? The men were cutting down some trees with their axes. How did the children save the Jamuni tree? The children went to the teacher for help. The teacher rang the bell and gathered villagers. The villagers and the teacher followed the children to the forest. When they saw the men cutting down the tree, they shouted. The men got scared and ran away. In this way, Rajat and Aruni saved Jamuni.
So these question answers, you have to write it in the notebook very neatly. While going through the video, pause the video and write the correct spellings. If any mistakes is there in the first question and answers, it is a running one. So avoid V in between the running word. So you can write it neatly. Okay, children, going through the next. Fill in the blanks with the correct words. There was a village near the... What is the name of the forest? Just now I have said
Fill the blanks with the
Panchavati
correct
forest.
words.
What it is?
Fill the blanks with the correct words.
Panchavati forest. Rajat and Aruni would rest under the big...
Fill the blanks.
What tree? With the Jamuni tree. Isn't it? This is Panchavati. Next. Rajat and Aruni loved to sit under the Jamun tree. The Jamun tree was the home of many birds. The men were cutting down some trees. If you love something, you must care for it. So, this is about the fill in the blanks. Let's go further.
Your teacher will
So, which
read
is the
out-
correct one?
Listen.
You have to
Your
choose and
teacher
write
will
it
read
here.
out the questions, listen to them and take the right answer for each question. Your teacher will read out the question.
You will chop off the trees. That means you are going to cut down the trees. Are you going to cut down the trees? No. What you will do at home? Watch TV at home. See, you will plant a sapling. That means which one you are going to? You are going to watch TV at home, isn't it? Next, to procure costly, to prevent rainfall, to make a playground. Do not pay any attention and just do your work. When they are cutting trees, what you will do? Immediately stop the person from cutting the tree or inquire about why the person is cutting the tree. So what you will do? You will immediately stop the person from cutting the tree. Animals would survive. There would be no life. There would be fewer storms. Which is the correct one? There would be no life when there are no trees. Isn't it? Plants gives us only fruits and vegetables. They give us meat, eggs, fish, oil, spices and milk. Does the plants gives us meat and eggs? No. Plants are our green friends that gives us fruits, vegetables, wood, oil, spices, rubber, gum, etc. So which is the correct one, children? Yes. Because it gives everything but not the meat and eggs and fish. This gives everything, that is oil, spices, rubber, gum. Okay, turn the page number 18. That is how you have to
Now
rearrange
use these
the
definitions to
words.
practice the following dialogues. Field.
So what are these
The
people
following
saying?
sentences tell
They are
us
saying
what are these
something
people
to
saying.
each other. We have
Rearrange
to
the given
rearrange
words
the given
and
words
find out.
and find. Clean room your. What you have to do? That means you have to rearrange these words. Clean your room. Laughing stop. How what is whenever someone is laughing, you have to say stop laughing. Stop laughing. Next. Plants the water. Water the plants and lesson read the lesson. You have to write it like this. Read the lesson. Like this you have
Match
to
the
write other two
vocabulary.
sentences given in the textbook. Write on your own. Now you have to match the opposites. Village. Opposite of the village is city.
I have one. I have one.
Big.
I have one.
Small. Many.
I have one.
Few. Loudly.
I have one.
Slowly.
I
Thick.
have one.
Thin. Cruel. Kind.
Match the words
Next.
with their meanings.
These are also we have to meanings you have to match. Trunk means what is a trunk? The main woody stem of the tree is called as trunk.
I have one.
Purple. The color. Do you know the color of the brinjal is called as purple? Twigs. Where the birds use them to build the nest. Forest. Wild animals live here. Axe. A tool for chopping. So this is all about the matching the opposites and the meanings. You have to write it in the textbook, and question answers you have to write it in the notebook and write it very neatly with the pencil and go through the video, pause the video wherever it is necessary so that it will be easy for you to write it in the notes. Okay children, this is all for today's class. Thank you.